really needs no introduction, but I'll give him a little bit of one. He's all the way from Los Alamos, and he's a real good guy. Please put your hands together for David Zimmerman.
Ooh, pretty packed. Cool. All right, so I'm going to start with a little participation here. Please put your hands up if you are a step-parent. We have no step-parents in the audience? Okay. One? What's that? All right, well, I guess I'll just go on to the next. Okay, so I have both step-parents or step-children and biological children, and I will have to say that honestly, the relationship is not exactly the same. It's not that I don't love my stepson, but he was like 9 when I met him. And for my biological kids, they were, how old were they? Well, they were under 2, I'm sure about that. So I heard Chelsea Handler talk, what? There's no volume on the microphone here. Can someone else maybe? Testing, testing. Is that okay? Was that a thumbs up or it needs to be louder up?
Thumbs up.
Oh, okay. So I think we're good. Yeah. Where was I? Oh, yeah. I heard Chelsea Handler talk about step-parenting recently. She said, "Oh, I'd love to be a step-parent. You get all the perks of parenting and none of the responsibility." Okay, I know this is a clean comedy show, but where in the HE double hockey sticks did she get an idea like that? The only way she could be more wrong about it is if they redefine what 100% meant. So I was the one who drove him everywhere. I was the one who taught him how to drive a stick shift. I was the one he came to when he had questions about girls, which I'm sure has nothing to do with the fact that he's in his early 30s now and still single. But, okay, quick question. Guess who got the Father's Day card?
You.
I'll give you a hint. Not me. I did, however, only have to hear him do the "you're not my dad" thing once. I asked him to do something horrible like clean a couple of his dishes, and I heard that "you're not my dad." I said, "Yes, I am." "No, you're my stepdad." I said, "Well, is a stepladder a ladder?" He didn't answer me, but I never heard the "you're not my dad" thing again. So he's in his 30s now. My girls are younger, but they're not that young. I have kind of a weird dynamic because of the way their ages are different. The youngest one's going to be graduating high school in a couple of weeks. And the older one's going to be graduating college next month. Yeah, so it's nice. It would be better if she had a job lined up. Probably means she's going to be coming and living at home for a while. I was in a similar situation when I was her age. My parents said, "All right, we love you. You're a college graduate now. You can live anywhere you want, as long as it's not here." So part of her problem was she did not pick the most employable major. Started as a theater major. Called me about halfway through sophomore year and said, "Hey, Dad, guess what? I'm changing my major." "Oh, great. To what?" "History." So I was quiet for a few seconds. She said, "Wait, what? I thought you'd be happy. It's a way more academic major." "Yeah, it is, but for getting a job, did you have to pick something that's probably even worse?" Okay, so I'll just ask you, does anyone here know what the difference is between a history major and a large pizza?
Pizza feeds a family of 4.
Yes. I don't know if you all heard that, but yes, the pizza feeds a family of 4. So I knew that she was going to have a little trouble in school and work pretty early on. She can handle the academic part of school and the work part of work, but the social stuff, not as good at. I knew that there would be problems very early on. When I went to pick her up, she'd been at daycare for just a few weeks. The teacher said, I need to talk to you about your daughter's behavior. What? Isn't she a little young for that? No, the sooner they learn discipline, the more obedient they'll turn out to be. Okay, what did they do? What did she do? I said, well, during nap time, a loud noise startled the children all awake, and one by one, they started crying. Except for your daughter. She started laughing. I said, well, I'm just working on some comedy material on the way over here. She's probably just remembering one of my better jokes. She said, you do your comedy material in front of your daughter? Yeah. Isn't she a little young for that? Well, the sooner she learns comedy, the funnier she's going to be. So she said, okay, regardless, I think you need to have her seen by a psychologist. I said, what? Seriously? She's 8 months old. What is a psychologist even going to do? Evaluate her block stacking? So when she was 3 and made it to the 3-year-old room, things didn't really get any better. She had, well, incorrectly assumed that nap time was a thing of the past. But she had to learn that when you're 3 years old, afternoon nap is still a very important part of your day. When you're 33 years old, and you're responsible for like 8 3-year-olds, and your predecessor was just fired for drinking on the job, the afternoon nap becomes a vital part of your day. So not a week went by when they wouldn't call and complain about her not sleeping. Eventually I just got fed up and said, okay, why do you keep calling me about this? What am I supposed to do? I gave you some suggestions, you ignored them all. You didn't like my idea to put on Gone with the Wind, because it always puts me to sleep. You ignored my idea to run them around a bunch at lunch to wear them out. And then you really pretended to dislike my idea of slipping a little whiskey into her lunch. She said, okay, yeah, I understand that, but she stepped over the line today. I said, oh, well, that's great. I've been encouraging her to not drag her feet so much when she walks. Apparently that's not what they were going for. So I guess what had happened was at nap time, she immediately got up from her mat, sort of wandering around the room, making noise, keeping all the other kids up. Finally, the teacher just had enough and said, all right, look, you need to go sit down or lay down back on your mat and be quiet until the lights come on. So, showing how disciplined and obedient she had learned how to be, she followed the instructions and went and turned the lights on. Thank you. And so that's my time. And a little bird. Little bird told me that the next person coming up is, well, a bird. Mary Bird, please welcome her.